like your Hawaiian shirt.
I know. In
awesome.
the winter time.
I love it. I love it. It's perfect. It's perfect. Well, I'm glad you're both here because Anthony's awesome. You guys are so lucky. I mean, he's such a good kid. He is honestly, sometimes I'm like, I have to pinch myself. I have so many of the kids that we had last year, and they're just such good kids. You guys really are. And the fact that he's into music, and he's just a really well-rounded kid. You know, he's got really great things coming for him. So I'm really excited for you because life is going to be really great. For instrumental, this is from Mr. Fritz. He gave you an S in participation, which is great, and an S+ in music skills, which is great.
It's higher than I got last year.
Same?
It's higher.
It was higher last year?
No, it's higher than last year.
Oh, that's good. That means you're improving, which is awesome, right? We can always improve in everything, right? So I like to do these, hi Harvard. I like to do these printouts because, as you can see, Anthony, well, first of all, let me tell you, he's meeting or exceeding every standard already, which is awesome, right? There's no places where you're having a lot of trouble or consistent trouble where you're like, oh my gosh, we need to work on this, right? He's really great. The one that you did have a little bit of trouble with was theme. But look, there was only 2 questions. So if you miss 1 or 2, like even if you miss 1, that already takes you down to half, right? So don't be too hard on yourself for that. This is just mainly so you can look, right, at some things that you can work on, right? Analyze in detail, right? How an individual event, idea, right, or illustration in a text, right, helps you, right? So you need to go back, reread, see these all say analyze. Right? That means you're not just going through picking an answer. It means you're going through, going back, you're looking at your answer choices, going back, finding that text evidence, and then marking your answer. Does that make sense? And you're smart enough to do that. But it's going to be up to you, right? My oldest son, he always gets mad, Mom, I already know the answer, right? And he makes these silly mistakes and then gets them wrong when he could get 100%, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like that. So then on the back, same thing, evaluate, right? So again, these are meaning that you're putting in the extra effort, not just marking an answer, right? So make sure, gather relevant information, right? So making sure that you are taking the time to go back and get the things that you need to answer the question, okay? So that's but again, I do want to highlight the Excel's score, right? That's awesome, Excel.
Wow, thank you.
Okay, and then for writing, most kids are at a 2 right now, which is approaching the standard. And I just put excellent story, Anthony. It sounds like a super fun vacation, right? It sounds like you had an awesome vacation, right? You're so lucky. And I loved all your description and everything. It was like I was there, right? I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. So I'm really proud of your writing. Most kids are here, right? So you're doing a step above, which is awesome. Then for math, again, he got another Excel score, not just meeting, right? A lot of kids are approaching or partially meeting, and Anthony is excelling, which is awesome. Okay, so it says that he's mastered all of these standards, which is awesome. And then over here is where it actually tells you the description of each standard. So if you want to know what he's working on, those are the things, right? And so some of the things we can work on here, Anthony, inequalities, right? And then, let's see, absolute value. That one's easy, right? So if you have a number line, right? If you have a number line, right? And this is 0, and this is 1,
and then like
2,
the negative
3.
2 would also be the absolute value too.
Same 2, right? So just remembering that no matter if I move left or right, it's counting the number of spaces. So if I want to know what is the absolute value of -2, it's 1, 2 spaces. It's the same as moving to
yeah.
regular 2.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. So we'll put those together and then we'll go over your awesome report card. Okay, so I like to look at the overall first just to give you an idea. Like I said, most kids are at this level here. He is meeting or exceeding all of the standards, which is awesome. In reading, you have a 4, and we have no areas of concern. If there was area of concern, there would be X there. No areas of concern. Writing, you're getting a 3, which is meeting the standards. No areas of concern. If it's an NA, that means we haven't taught it yet. So we're still in trimester 1. In speaking and listening, you have a 3, no areas of concern there. In language, you have a 3, which is really hard to get because especially with the conventions, most kids are at a 1 or a 2 because of like periods or quotation marks or capital letters. They seem to want to go really fast and they don't go back and check their work. So you're doing an awesome job when it comes to that. And then math, he's excelling. We only have taught one big area here. So you're getting a 4, which is awesome, and no areas of concern again, which is great. Then we turn to social studies. He's getting an S, which is great. You've turned in your assignments and doing a good job. For ELD, satisfactory. Performing arts, that's from your music teacher. She gave you an S for that. Physical education is an S. Visual arts is an S, which is all great. And then for his responsibility for learning, all O's. So he will be receiving the Principal's Award on Friday. So if you can come in for that, it will be at 9:45, which will be great. So I just put, we are so happy to have Anthony in our class again this year. He is making great progress and stands out as a leader in our class. We are very proud of him for being an instrumental chorus and student council. So we're very, very proud of you. Unless you guys have any questions, I will give this to you.